It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Lions and the Colts, and it's all up next.
First opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fields it right around the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. They'll set up a throw.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty. Just an
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Lions need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
So now the Colts backed up to start their initial drive. And leading him out is their 5th-year quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Throwing to start the drive. Costello. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. On first down, Costello. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
They'll look to throw again. Setting up the screen for Miller. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks. And you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
To throw on 2nd down, Costello. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. And it's caught.
And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. Their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We got you. Now they got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Looking to throw. Costello. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Colts are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Fleming. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Fleming.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That's caught. It's Cunningham.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And he comes back with one complete.
And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yes.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now a give, right side. Rolling. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Lions have taken the lead.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
16-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it second down and 11. Operating from the gun, Costello. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from the defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Lions will take over.
And Detroit back in possession of the football.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
Second and 6. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They begin with a run by Miller. Able to bust through the tackle, but not much to show for it. Still inside the 5. On second down, here's Miller. Showed some flash on the run, but he will be brought down shy of his 10. From the gun on third down, Costello. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on third down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys in great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
Throwing on first down, Costello. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
The Colts come in with 2 wins on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. And it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Miller.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw on 2nd down, Costello. And incomplete on the deep ball.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Back to throw. Costello. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He finds his man complete. That's Cunningham. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello. And he slings one that's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Inside handoff now. Miller. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They're going to look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. His throw incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Perez.
And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. He finds his man complete. It's Fleming. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And they've got to be sick over that opening kickoff. They get the ball, hoping to go down and score, and just like that, they cough it up, and the other team scores.
So much for the best laid plans. The offense spent all their time in the locker room at halftime, plotting, getting the ball back, taking it downfield, and putting 6 points on the board. I just wonder, do they have a 12-point drive in them now? What a way to start the half.
All changed in the blink of an eye. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On first down, Fleming. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Fleming. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And the Colts coming out now. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
They'll run it again with Miller. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Costello. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting the sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's complete to Diggs. They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. And call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Looking to throw. Costello. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Fleming, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Fleming, and not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. That's pulled in at the 32. Oh, he shifts past him.
55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And this one's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Costello. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down. Costello, a bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. He'll look to throw. incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Again, it's Miller. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Fleming, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw here. That's taken in by Stewart.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Back to throw now on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Fleming, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. And his kick is indeed good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So the Colts now down by a field goal. And time, a huge factor. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Flynn. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Over the middle, complete. It's Flynn.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I are going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
And the Colts getting ready to go.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Back to throw. Costello. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent gain, 35 yards. They picked up a first down and a whole lot more. Forget about just looking for the sticks. They went well beyond the stick.
I know they were talking about guarding the sticks on defense. They didn't guard them very well. They got a big-time completion on a third down. That's almost a backbreaker, isn't it? In overtime, every play's importance is magnified. And that one could turn out to be huge.
They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call. But when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Costello dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll get nothing out of that one. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They'll look to throw again. Hard throw, incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And his kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So here come the Lions now.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw.
That's caught. It's Cunningham. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And now at this point in overtime, they know that they are in field goal range, and 3 points is a must in order to keep this game going. But after that big play, they've got to be thinking bigger. They've got to be thinking, get in the end zone, get 6, and let's get out of here.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a give right side. Fleming. And he is going to lose yardage here. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
I really like what he did there, because he took his practice work and converted it to game action, because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This to keep the game alive. And his kick here is good. And we are tied once again here in the overtime session. Well, this one certainly has not lacked for intrigue. Hey, let's keep playing. What do you say?
Fine by me. I'm loving what we're seeing here. This is a heck of a game. And now, guess what? A kicker may decide it again, and the next one that does it wins it.
Will 3 points be enough to do it? We'll soon know as we continue here in overtime.
Taking it about the 1.
And he loses the football a second time. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Lions are going to win this game. And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for Detroit, the win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile,